So I'm here with NASCAR driver Doe Woerner. Doe, you've had some problems with pain.
Yeah.
And I think about a week or so ago, you had your first treatment with Neurocare at Dr. Royal's office, right?
Yeah.
Here in Las Vegas. You've had accidents and you've had broken bones, etc. We did some diagnostic work on your legs. One was when we first hooked up your shoulder, it took 8 on the dial to get contractions on the left side. The right side, we had to turn it all the way up to 30 to get contractions. Remember that?
Yeah, correct.
So we found that you were imbalanced. We now have proof for your wife that you are imbalanced.
Yeah.
Okay. But tell me, what did you think when you felt, wow, this is one lead, 2 electrodes sending electricity back and forth, and one shoulder's contracting and the other isn't? Was that pretty strong documentation for you that there's some imbalance going on here?
Yeah, I could definitely tell I had some issues. You know, I had muscles that were in full contraction and just reoccurring pain that wouldn't go away.
You had low back pain. Your chiropractor you've been to for years.
Yeah, correct.
You've been adjusting your skeletal system, but not dealing with anything to do with the soft tissue.
Yeah.
But he did show you that you had some misalignment in the low back. The bones were out of alignment, and it drew some lines on the x-rays and showed imbalances, correct?
Yeah, the x-rays could show. Yeah.
Now we went down into your legs, and the bad leg that you've had accident on, we tested what it took to get conductance through the knee, and on one leg it was like 40, and it took up to 80 on the other knee. Do you remember that? We found imbalances, and the knee that we had to go up to 80 was wobbling because the electricity was jumping between fluid and back to the muscles. Did you notice that? Remember we saw that?
Yeah.
That was quite fascinating. So what have you had, about a week of treatment? You've missed a few days of treatment because of your busy schedule, etc. But
yeah, correct.
Generally, you were treating yourself once a day, or how many times a day?
I've been going twice a day, trying to.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Do you feel like this is doing something for you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Do you see this as full resistance exercise for those muscles?
Full resist. What do you mean by that?
Can you feel this contracting the muscles and exercising them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the muscle completely relaxes and allows my spine to be lined up properly.
So were we able to relax those muscles that were in spasm in your back?
Oh yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm. So you've had some of these accidents and rollovers at high speed?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in the wall and on fire, and yeah, been in a lot of bad wrecks with a lot of trauma.
You've been on fire? I hate when that happens.
Yeah, a couple times.
A lot of trauma in your industry with NASCAR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, and a lot of these guys are taking pain meds, which destroy the mucosal lining of their gut. Then they have a system that's inflamed, and so that's something you shouldn't be doing long term. There's serious consequences for that. A lot of the drivers are all messed up. I mean, they get a broken foot or blow a knee out or something. Next thing you know, they've got this accident. They get chronic edema locked in their neck, the cervical region. They got imbalances flowing up and down their spine. And because, when you have an injury in the leg or the hip or something, you start to favor one side, you're walking differently, and pretty soon you got all kinds of imbalances. And can you see how we could correct those imbalances with this instrument?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can definitely tell in a short time.
Yeah. So, would you recommend this to other extreme sportsmen?
Yeah.
Like
right.
yourself?
Yeah. Well, especially the new sport we're partaking in now. We're driving off-road race trucks, which is even more physically demanding on the body with jumps and turns and whoops and this kind of thing. So the body's going through more compression and jarring and movement, that kind of thing. Much more so than NASCAR.
Do you have a website people can go to learn more about you?
Yeah, they can take a look at Conquer Motorsports.
ConquerMotorsports.com. Okay.
Right.
You have some cool videos on there?
Oh, there's a couple, yeah.
Where people are racing and...
Yeah, show some highlights of our sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very violent sport in the jarring that goes on inside the vehicle.
Yeah.
For long periods of time. In a compressed position. You're jarring and bouncing up and down on your low back in a compressed position. And the vibrations of the truck as you drive tend to relax the proprioceptor lockdown guarding mechanism so that it's actually a perfect storm in a bad way in that position to kind of blow out the low back. Mm-hmm. Did you have any radiating pain down your leg?
I did.
You did? Some ridiculous.
Actually, both legs, yeah.
Now, when we first checked you, we found that one side of your low back was in spasm.
Correct. Yeah.
And the other side was mushy, full of edema.
Mm-hmm.
we relax that muscles in spasm on one side of the low back. Do you feel significantly looser in that area when you get treatment?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've had more than 3. I probably had about 3 days worth of treatment, and we were at a recreational park with the kids, and I was on my feet all day long, and zero pain.
Unbelievable.
Unheard of for me for at least 5 years.
That's unheard of for you.
Just before I met you guys, I was thinking about surgery. And with my new off-road race team, I was really wondering whether I was going to be able to drive the truck. I'm putting all these efforts in and getting the team together, opening doors, spending a ton of money getting this whole operation together. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to drive. I was going to have to get a substitute driver. I thought about bringing one of my sons in, this kind of thing. But just within a short period of time with the treatment, I know that I'm going to be able to stay in the seat in this truck and make it work.
You're going to be able to drive. This is going to get you rock solid.
Yeah.
And you're confident now you're not going to need surgery.
No, I'm not going to be under the knife. Nothing like that. No.
Yeah. Please, there's a place for surgery, but it's not. It's a last resort.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what's incredible to us is we have people getting shoulders put in and knees and hips and spinal surgery when they could be. I have a video on our website where we have a guy cut 3 times, 3 surgeries, and no one ever talked to him about soft tissue issues, relaxing muscles and spasm. So you're saying you're confident that you can drive this year after about 3 days of treatment with NeuroCare. Now you realize you're not going to need surgery.
No.
You're getting your mojo back.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.